So DeMarcus Cousins recently just tore his quad in a playoff game versus the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins' goal when signing with the Warriors was to just win a quick ring, and he claimed that he didn't have anywhere else to go and that he claimed that there was no other teams that wanted to give him money. Now this goal has been shattered, and as we know, tearing any single part of your body could be a career-shattering injury. So this could be the end of DeMarcus Cousins. Hey guys, so as you can see by the title, today we will be talking about how this is the end of DeMarcus Cousins' career and how DeMarcus Cousins might never be a great player in this league again. Now everything started on February 20th, 2017. This is the date when DeMarcus Cousins got traded to the New Orleans Pelicans. He was able to get a fresh new start in New Orleans and get away from that dysfunctional Sacramento Kings team. The Sacramento Kings were rebuilding and got players in that trade like Buddy Hield. The Pelicans were trying to pair the arguably best center in the league with the arguably best power forward in the league, and they successfully did that. He ended up playing the rest of that season after the All-Star break, and in 17 games with the Pelicans, he averaged 24.4 points per game, 12.4 rebounds, 3.9 assists, and over 1 steal and 1 block. Those are just DeMarcus Cousins type numbers, and that's what we expected out of DeMarcus. Although the Pelicans still managed to miss the playoffs with a record of 34-48. The Pelicans' goal was to make the playoffs that year and didn't quite work out. There were high hopes for the Pelicans going into the next season because everybody thought this was the season that DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis were going to mesh well, and everybody thought this was the season that the Pelicans were going to click and make the playoffs. And they did. DeMarcus Cousins, he was putting up his insane numbers. 25.2 points per game, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, over 1 steal and 1 block. But there was one date in that season that changed DeMarcus Cousins' career for the worse. January 26, 2018. Scores 109-113 with 15 seconds left. DeMarcus Cousins misses a free throw, attempts to go get the rebound, and he just falls weird and completely tears his Achilles. All those non-contact injuries are always really bad. We look at players like Gordon Hayward, Yusuf Nurkic, all non-contact injuries, and we know what happened with them. DeMarcus Cousins tore his Achilles. Tearing any part in your body obviously is a career-shattering injury and could threaten your career. So the news came out that DeMarcus Cousins tore his Achilles tendon and he was out for the rest of the season. No one knew if he would come back or not. And no one even knew if the Pelicans were going to make the playoffs this year after the news that DeMarcus Cousins went out with the injury. But the Pelicans did end up making the playoffs and sweeping the Trailblazers in the first round, but then losing in the second round to the Warriors. But now it was time for DeMarcus Cousins to make a decision. DeMarcus Cousins was one of the most unpredictable free agents that year. No one knew where he would go. No one knew what type of money he would be getting. No one knew his interests. No one knew what would happen. There were no answers until July of 2018. This was right after LeBron signed his 4-year deal with the Lakers. This was right after Paul George signed his 4-year deal with the Thunder. And then you hear the news that DeMarcus Cousins has signed a 1-year mid-level exception with the Warriors. Everything just completely changes. And DeMarcus Cousins claims that no one wanted to throw him any money and no one wanted to offer him a deal. So he ended up signing a 1-year mid-level exception with the Warriors. People also think that he just signed with the Warriors so he can get a ring. Quick ring, 1 year, and done, just get out. But DeMarcus Cousins still was going to be out for half the year. As we know, DeMarcus Cousins signed the deal. He came back with 30 games left in the season. In that season, he averaged 16.3 points per game, 8.2 rebounds, 3.6 assists, and again, over 1 steal and 1 block a game. These are pretty good numbers knowing that he was playing with 4 other superstars and coming back from the injury he came back from. I think he came back pretty well. And his goal was to just get one quick championship. Entering the playoffs, the Warriors are playing the Clippers. And on April 16th, 2019, DeMarcus goes down with another horrendous injury, tearing his quad. Like I said earlier in the video, tearing any part of your body can be a career-shattering injury and can threaten your career. Knowing that DeMarcus just came back from his torn Achilles and was starting to get closer and closer to the old DeMarcus, now he tears his quad, everything just goes down again. And as we know, his goal with the Warriors was to just get one quick championship, and now he won't be able to be a part of that because he won't be able to feel like he contributed to the Warriors winning the championship. And not only that, knowing that he got a 1-year, $5 million deal with one major injury, now having another major injury with a torn quad, this just shows that he's not going to get a lot more money than he did because after tearing his Achilles, he didn't come back the same, and now after tearing his quad, we don't know how he's going to come back. So he wasn't the same after the torn Achilles, and tearing your quad can't help, it can only make you worse. So this could be the end of DeMarcus Cousins. He's now known to be more injury vulnerable. That's just another thing that's subtracting from him getting his money in free agency. Everything with DeMarcus Cousins' career is just going down. So we don't know what's next for DeMarcus Cousins, but whatever it is, I doubt it will be good. If DeMarcus Cousins gets another injury like this, then his whole career can be in jeopardy. We don't know what will happen. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for this video. In this video, we talked about how this could be the end for DeMarcus Cousins, the end of the road for DeMarcus Cousins. And I want to know in the comments, where do you think DeMarcus Cousins will sign, and who do you think will be willing to throw DeMarcus Cousins the money? Leave that in the comments down below. I'll be writing a question. I read every comment. So make sure you guys leave your thoughts down in the comments down below, and stay updated with my community tab. I'll be posting a bunch of NBA related polls on there. We got a lot of fan engagement over there, so make sure you go stay tuned with that. Turn on those post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video.